Je vais pour éviter que les paillettes sortent de l'endroit où elles sont rangées. Vraiment beaucoup moins beau, où ça a été un peu partout abandonné. Je pense qu'il y aura
Et juste de l'illustration, parce que sinon c'est...
vraiment beaucoup moins beau, où ça a été un peu partout abandonné. Je pense qu'il y aura
This is unprecedented. This has never happened before. We now have a situation where we are saying that a fertilized egg is a child, and all of the things that we do as part of the IVF cycle are called into question, not to mention the fact that what does this mean for us as a country? Are people not going to be able to get the medical care they need if they're suffering from infertility and, need to build their family? In this process.
Hopefully, what can happen in Alabama and possibly across the country is that people will begin to examine in a greater way IVF and its unethical practices. We know that there are hundreds of thousands of embryos that are discarded through the IVF process, killed and lost. And as pro-lifers, we believe that that's an unethical treatment of human life. And so hopefully through this decision, people can begin to examine that and to make changes in the industry.
Tu t'inquiètes pour les 3 PN. Moi, perso, je m'inquiétais pour les attrites.
Personally, as someone who's dealt with infertility for over a decade, that I know the pain of wanting to have a biological child and not being able to conceive. At the same time, there are ways that we can pursue that are more ethical than others. And so my hopes is that every person that desires to have a family and start a family would be able to do that, but to do it in a way that still honors and preserves and protects human life. I think the most important thing is to do what's right and what's ethical and pray and work towards a reality of more people recognizing that this is the right and ethical thing to do. And in this case, the right and ethical thing to do is to preserve life. And there will always be some people who do not see that reality, but that's why we work to share truth, to show them that abortion is an act of violence, to show them that the preborn have value, to show them that embryos have value and worth and dignity. And there will always be people who might not agree with that message, but I believe if we continue to speak it, that we will win more hearts and change more minds in time.
We will not obey! We will not obey! My body, my choice! My life is my women! My life is my women! You know what makes people die? Policing women's bodies! Policing women's bodies!
So I am just left with some various other tests. So not cleaning up, but
But now back to fashion.
We got married in June of 2021, and about 6 months after that, we decided we wanted to start trying to have kids. And it took us about a little over 6 months until we were successful at getting pregnant, but we unfortunately lost that attempt in May of 2022, and then our second attempt in September of 2022, and then our third attempt in January of 2023. We originally went to Georgia, but it ended up just going to be too expensive and hard to travel. So then we decided to do IVF with Alabama Fertility in their satellite clinic in Montgomery. And we are now, I'll take my 6th rounds of shots tonight.
What did you think when you first heard about this ruling?
It was a scary thing. We got the green light to start our meds on Friday, which was the same day that the ruling was made. And then we found out about that just like the next day from a friend, and we started going through all of the social media, reading about that IVF could potentially stop here. And we just, through the weekend, kind of trekked on, try to digest it as best as we could, but doomsday prep too. We started thinking about what we would do if our clinic shut down.